Right guys, time for another update. Let's treat this as you just walked through the door and you've come in and you just said, alright Ben, what are you up to? Good question. What am I up to? You don't want to know really, you've come at a bad time. Go again, come back again tomorrow. Nah, you've caught me in the middle of everything here. What is going on? It's a mess, it's a proper mess. So for the last couple of months, since I started collecting more junk up, I've been thinking, I need to organise this workshop a bit better, but everything's big in it. Everything's massive when you're in a workshop, and it's not a small job. It's not like, even moving stuff around in your front room's hard enough, and moving couch around and that. When you're in workshop, you've got big power presses, my tube bender, my big massive metal bench, all things I can't move. I moved them once. It were probably about 8 years ago or something. Got a few mates down, we moved them all, made it more organised. That's when I put the blackboard up, put the photographs up, made it all look nice. It worked well until I went and bought a lamp post, and then I went and bought a Villiers bench, other way around. I bought a Villiers bench, then I bought a lamp post. Now I've built that Villiers bench, that's took up a bit of space. Lamp post, keep thinking that's a mess, I need to put that somewhere, but it's going to stay where it is. I wanted to clean up bottles behind it. My biggest one was, I keep getting behind with me planning and what I'm doing, and people keep on saying, what have you got on, Ben? What have you got on? Another good question when you come through the door, that what have I got on? I don't know. I've got about 2 months worth of work on board, and then anything after that, then I can't remember it. So I need another blackboard, I think, and one that's a bit more closer to where I work. So give you a lay of the land. You come in through the door. Imagine you've just come in to see me. Now you can see all the mess. My blackboard's there, and it's behind all these pipes, and it's got a fair deep bench on it. So when you're trying to get across to that, basically I can reach it. You can reach it easy peasy, but it's all them. You're whacking your head on them all the time when you're trying to do it. So it works all right, but it's not the best, and I never ever check it. I never look at it. It's in big white letters. You can see it from everywhere in workshop, but still don't check it. So what I was thinking is, I work on this big bench in the middle here, this big flat steel bench in the middle there. It's all covered in shite at the moment, but that's my normal work bench. Is that it's nice and flat, you can whack steel on it, it don't move. And then I have the guillotine sat behind it. I have this thing here with all my drawers in, with all my tools in. That's dead handy it being there, because I can get it to front bikes, get a spanner out, back to the bike. I normally have my welder set up there on corner, my little inverter. I can get it on this vice, I can get it on that bench there. But it just weren't working. That guillotine sits further out than the rest of the benches. So I've got that linisher belt there, that sits in nice in line, that's sit in line. And then this thing here sat out a load, mainly because it's got these guide arms on back of it. And they're handy. I barely use them again, but they're handy, and I can't be bothered trying to take them off. And then when I do need it, they won't be there. Basically, when I get the big sheets in, I sometimes strip them off. That's what that's set there for. It'll do like a 14-inch strip, which will get most of your megas out of. And then they used to be stored underneath there, just a big stack of strips of steel that you can cut these kind of megaphones out of. That's all gone out the window now, because mainly I get them laser cut. Well, that's a bit dark, innit? I get them laser cut. So my plan was, I'll show you again. When guillotine's been up here, these arms have been rubbing up and down wall there, scratching thing off. And that much of it is the difference when it's sat here. It sticks out that much. Well, I've got that bloody big hole here, where this whole window's been. And I think, rough measurements wise, if I put guillotine in there, the arms will sit in that hole. It's fairly deep. That's all I'm using it for at the moment. Stick a couple of fines on there. That's one of Dad's race trophies, one of my favourite ones that he got. And then some samples like their Dad's brake plates that he bought off M&D. There's some rear set kits, Manx plate, that I bought from an antiques place because I just felt like I needed to buy something. I've been in there that long. So my plan is, empty out drawers out of here, which weigh a ton. I've just dropped one down my leg, scratched my leg. But when I took these to scrapyard, I had a load of them. Basically, they've all come from tool shop then. From Case Supplies, where my uncle works. We were going to bin them all. So I said I'd have them all, but I didn't need... There were 4 banks of them, in a way. They were sat on top of each other in a big bank of 2. And I didn't need 4, because this bench weren't long enough as it were. This bench is out my dad's garage, this. And I've had to add that little bit on the end there to get them all to fit in. So I bodged that on end, basically cut the end off, moved it across and welded in some scrap. what I want is I'm going to slide that all the way over there, but it weighs a ton. All these flipping drawers are full of everything. Some of them, I've managed to lift them all out so far, but I know that drawer there I won't be able to lift out, so I'm going to have to empty that drawer, but rest of them I should be able to get out. They're riveted in, so I've just drilled out rivets out, pull them all out, put them all back in afterwards, rivet them back in. Should be able to slide it once it's empty, apart from the two vices. Basically, I slid that into place there. I built it about where I'm stood, and I slid it into place there, and then put all the drawers in it, and then put them two vices on it. The two vices are handy because they're exactly the same vice, and I can put a bar between them, and then I've got like something to, basically I can do 2 centres across them two vices, which comes in handy. So my plan is, yes, scoop that all the way along, and then where this, I used to have some topless calendars on there, and basically I can't get paid off Facebook, and I think it might be that. I think somewhere there's a rogue video with some tits on it somewhere, and they won't bloody monetize my videos, so I pulled all them down to try and get round that. Well, now I've just got a big white space there, and so when I'm doing videos now, they don't look that good. Basically, the perfect place to put a blackboard, because that big tool bench is not as deep as the other bench, so I can actually lean across to get to the thing. Then, yeah, slide that along, slide linisher along, let's have another look, slide that across to there, slide the linisher, just the linisher will only go to there, just move it there, which where it was when I first started, because they were a big bench here and the linisher were there. Basically that bench was there. I moved that to the side of me. That linisher was there, so it'll go back there on its power lead, so I'll just slide that to there, and then I'll come and get Steve to help me to drag this big guillotine all the way across there, push it in there, and hopefully then it'll all be in a nice neat row. And basically that gap there, I'll again, you see all that's how narrow the gap were before it went to there, so I'll again do about a foot or two between my two benches. Means I can probably stick another bike there probably. Other good thing is that, like, my welder's been here on corner, that gas bottle's been sat in front of it, and I have to move the gas bottle every time I want to get into these drawers because it blocks them. Whereas if I push the bench all the way down to there, I can leave the gas bottle where it's stood there, it'll be on the end of the bench, I can get into all these drawers then, easy peasy. There won't be bikes blocking this set of drawers in. The guillotine I don't use as much as I used to do, so the guillotine doesn't need to be behind my workbench anymore. It can just be there. Guillotine mainly, it was there so that we could put a big sheet onto the big bench here, across and into guillotine, and then you could treadle it off. It's really hard to get a full sheet in there because you can't get to flipping foot pedals because sheet's over the top of them. So yeah, it's just a bit of a nightmare. So today I just thought, it's cooled down outside, it's just started raining now. Woke up this morning, it was nice and cold. Yesterday were unbearably hot. Last night was hot. I was nearly ready to get the big industrial fan out last night. I've got a workshop fan. I took it all. You put it on setting 1 and it lifts all sheets up. It's got 3 settings. You put it on setting 3. Feels like the house is going to blow down. So we barely use it. But if it gets unbearable, I'm going to get a big fan out. And it's mint. I can sleep right through it. I actually can't. But yeah, honestly, you kick the sheet up and the sheet just stays up in air. It's a mad fan. It's a mad fan. So I nearly had that out last night. But it's cooled down now. So I just thought today might be day. Thursday in it, so that means I've got Friday, Saturday. I can try and get this all back, and then Monday I can just crack on with what I was doing again. I've not done anything on that today, on the Perilla. I've checked them rails. I think I know why them rails were made. I think it's stopped the pegs from rotating. I think they've just put tubular pegs on, got rid of the rubbers, just put a piece of tube over it. Obviously they'd spin round because it's only got a nut on end to hold it. So then I think they welded a piece of bar off it and fastened it at front, kept the pegs flat. I think they were made out of box section. So what I've done, I've mocked one up in box section there. I don't think it's long enough. I turned a little lip up on edge because dirt bike pipes tend to have that so your foot don't come off the edge. And you see that rocks backwards and forwards. So what I think they did then, yeah, they just run an arm down there to stop them from rotating. Basically that's what I've done this morning. Just sat here with a brew, studying out photographs, and I think that's what they did. So I made that, got that far. But what do I do next? Well, I get the guy to come down. He's probably going to come down tomorrow, is Jonathan, knowing Jonathan. So I just thought, right enough, let's do it. Let's undo the guillotine. So I unbolted guillotine from floor. And then things just snowballed, didn't they, fast? Because that guillotine's in way of everything. I need to get that bench across. First plan was, let's have a look at this for a plan. It didn't work. It didn't work, and I think I might wreck my bench a little bit. First plan was, see these pub gas bottles? I have that one there, I'll chop the top off it, basically fill it up with water. I can get a pipe in it to cool it down. You can get something nice and long in there to cool it down instead of putting it in my bucket. I also have a big wooden scaffolding plank over there behind my drill. You can't see it, but it's over there. And I thought, what if I can get my car jack out, jack this up, slide the plank under it so the plank sits between these bars, then jack it up some more, slide gas bottle underneath, and then just roll it across to there. Well, it didn't work. Everything's off centre on bench, mainly I think because the vices are mounted on front. I lifted up in middle, it just started leaning towards me. Alt drawers opened, nearly caused a nightmare. So I pushed alt drawers back in, then I lifted it up on this front corner, and then I think all it's done then is just twisted alt bench because it's that heavy. Some of these drawers won't go back in properly, they're bouncy, so plan is pull them all out, slide the bench across there because I think it might be manageable on my own at that point, or I get Steve just to help me give it a shove, and then try and square it back up again and put all the drawers back in, see how it goes. And then I say I think I've walked that before across there, so I can walk that. It's still an heavy beast, is that big linisher, big cast iron legs on it, but I should be able to walk that across. And I've moved the guillotine that far on my own, so I could possibly drag it this way, but it's easier to do that with it, walk it like that, than it is to try and walk it this way. So, especially when you get to the pit, you just get to pit and it just grabs hold of that, grips, won't let you slide it. But yeah, it's just a case of slide that all the way across here and in, and then I just need to get my SDS drill out and bolt it back down, don't I? And hopefully then that'll be just one corner again sorted out. It's going to take me, it's a lifetime's worth of sorting out in it. But this year, I'm sorting out this back wall. After that, I don't bloody know. You know what I could do? I could move all this, my island, as you call it. I could move all my island, probably. That's the gap between the wall and the thing, because that's the guillotine. I could move the island closer to the wall, which then would free up a bit of space down this bottom end. I mean, that's a massive gap, like, but at the moment, you've got, see, like, that's there, and these benches are sticking out past it. If I could move them back to there, it'd free up a load of room here as well. So it's nothing major drama at the moment. There's no major drama, but you just feel it. You just feel it gets a little bit tighter, doesn't it? Everyone I've seen with the garages, just things start falling down off the sides, as I call it. Everything falls down off the sides into the middle, and then you just end up with a path down middle. And every now and again, every year or so, you just have to get it all out, push it all back up to the sides again. You're like, bloody hell, look how big it is in here. And I'm at that point, just because I'm busy, stressed. Got more people wanting to bring bikes on Monday. There might be a guy coming on Saturday. Yeah, I might not have a space for that on Saturday, so yeah, I need to get this done. I need to move that over there. Then I've got a bit of room for a bike, then another bike on Monday. I need to get rid of some, to be honest. And then if I could get rid of some, then I'd have all room anyway. But because I'm busy and people want to bring bikes, I just thought, let's clear a bit of room. Get this done now while them bikes aren't here, because otherwise it might be another 3 months before I can clear another space for it. So that's what I'm on with. That's today's update. I'll come back tomorrow and we'll show you where we're at. Right, that's me in a bit.